I would say just start and be willing to do anything.
Yeah.
Sweep, clean, be observant, take notes, find out who's the person in charge, and just listen and watch and take notes and let them know that you're listening.
So for the new generation that just finished college and getting in there, just throw yourself in there. Even if you're scared, you might like it, you might not, but at least you have tried.
Yeah.
Nah, it's really nice. Like for me, I have like 20 years experience, so that's nice. Work with designers, bedrooms, remodelings, all kind of work, tile, marble, porcelain, all this flooring stuff.
It's all about perspective. It definitely brings a softer approach being a female on a job site, because the guys kind of want to show off. They're like, they want to teach you, they want you to know what they're talking about. So I think they do take a little bit more time with me, and their approach with me is a lot softer than what it would be like with a man 40 years experience.
What's up, everyone? It's Will with PrefabTV. Today we're here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Bentz Construction has been kind enough to let us into some of their luxury homes that they're finishing up and are just almost done with construction. So come along for the ride and see what it takes to build some of the nicest homes in Florida. We're here with Justice Bentz. Justice, tell us what your role is and where are we right now?
So I'm the CEO of Bentz Construction. It's a family-owned company, and we build high-end custom homes in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, great. And this is what kind of home? How big will this home be that we're in right now?
It's about 11,000 square feet. It's a 6-car garage, and let's see, about 7 bedrooms, and count, but I think it's about 7 bedrooms.
And what stage is it in here? You're finishing the interior now?
Yeah, we're trimming out now. So all the finishes are going in now. The floors are down, cabinets are being delivered.
Okay, and then just down the street, you have another one you're working on.
Yep.
And then another one around the corner that you're renovating.
Yep.
So you guys are everywhere.
Yeah, try to be.
It's pretty impressive. Just being in South Florida for the week, we've seen your signs in front of so many houses. It seems like you guys are killing the game here. What does it take? How did you guys kind of get such a large market share like that?
So it's really keeping the job sites clean. You know, we work in really high-end neighborhoods, and you have to keep the jobs clean and tight and show that you care, because it's not the best as you come in to the neighborhood. No one's really excited that a new house is being torn down and dust everywhere. So you have to show that you care.
Or the noise, right?
And the noise, and you're a complete disruption. So
especially in a luxury neighborhood, I'm sure people are much more ready to be like, hey, quiet down or clean up and everything.
Exactly.
Like that.
So it's trying to be clean, trying to be respectful, and show the neighbors you care, and know that you're making an improvement in the neighborhood.
So at this stage, when you're doing kind of your trimming, your finishing, how many tradesmen do you have working simultaneously, subcontractors, all of that?
It varies, but between 4 to 10.
Okay,
You know.
So this is smaller scale than like Cardella, where our viewers have seen us at before, but it seems like you're just as busy. You got phone calls coming in like that. How do you manage all that? What does it take?
Well,
to
I'd
do
actually
that?
say we're probably a little busier than those guys, because we're running about 11 jobs right now.
So there you go. So it's 10 on this site, but you go to 11 jobs and you're at 110 people.
Yeah, where they may have one job site or 2 job sites with, 10, I'm not sure how many they have, but maybe 10 subs on one job.
Yep.
But they're all condensed in one area. We're more spread out.
Gotcha, okay. All right, Justice, so let's go outside here. It's a beautiful view. What exactly is going on out here? Is there gonna be a pool over here? Is that what that is?
Pool, jacuzzi. This is all gonna be like flat, artificial turf.
Holy smokes.
We actually made it so he can drive his golf cart all the way down to his boat that's docked there.
Is this his boat right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real deal.
So,
what is the time frame here? Like, when are you guys expecting to be done?
I'll probably be done in about 6 months.
Okay, cool. So all this finishing and then getting the pool finished and all that, that's all under you guys, right? Wow.
Everything, dock, seawall, pool deck, house pilings,
So
roof,
you're handing the owner the
everything.
keys when it's time to go. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Okay, so getting back into the tech stuff, it seems like you guys are on kind of the cutting edge of what's being used and how you're implementing it. What is one example of where tech has like saved the day for you guys in the past?
So we have a guy that walks around, Miguel. He wears a 360 camera on his head, and every day at the end of the day, he'll walk the whole job site, and that is recorded on the site plan, on the plans. So then I can basically go on the site plan, go anywhere on the project and drop a pin like Google Earth, Google Maps, Street View.
Yeah.
But then I can take the calendar and rotate or go back in time and actually see what's underground. So I could stand right here right now and go back in time and see exactly what's underneath all of this.
That is so cool. So you can see where the pipes are and any electrical lines, anything like that. So
yeah, it's not a mystery. You can like, hey, what's that one pipe sticking out over there? I'm able to find out exactly where it connects and when it was installed, who installed it. So.
Wow, okay. So how old were you when you got started in this, and what got you your start? It's a family company, right?
Family company, yep. I used to crawl underneath the house and run wires for my dad in the crawl space when I was 6 years old. But so I've been in it for a while, but getting my general contractor's license and starting was about 11 years ago. So I was 24.
Okay, wow. And your family company, so your dad started the company, correct?
Yep.
And what was it like before you got involved? Was it, you told me it was a lot of calls, very busy, right?
Yeah, so my dad used to pick me up from school and it was just boom, 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 just call after call after call after call. I made a vow to basically fix that. So I want to change his life and my life, so because I caught myself doing the same thing. Yeah. So I think the way to use technology is to fix that problem.
And with kind of younger generation coming in, you got Gen Z now coming into the workforce more, they're graduating college, you got construction management degrees, everything like that. Are they bringing more technology with them? Are they better at adopting it?
I'd say they're better at adopting it. Yeah, we have I think they're Gen Z, Ashley and Rebecca.
Yeah, they should be, yeah.
Yeah, so they're awesome at using it. They adopt it really well. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What room is this?
It's a master bedroom.
Okay.
He's got a fireplace here, and this is his view. You know, looking out.
Wow.
So from his bed, he can check out the sailboats and everything.
That's a nice way to wake up.
So this is actually the captain's quarters stairwell.
Okay.
So captain's has his own little kitchenette, his own full bathroom.
What do you mean by captain's quarters? What do you mean by that?
So the captain's able to go.
Literally the guy that drives the boat.
Yep.
Wow.
And his captain's closet. So the captain's got his own sweet
Maybe I
little
should
setup.
be a boat captain. This is the life in here.
So then you've got one bedroom, another bedroom, bathroom, full bath, and closets and everything. And then the VIP bedroom is around the corner.
Will.
Hey,
Nice to meet you, Miguel.
I'm Rebecca. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Rebecca. I'm Will. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely rough in phase, right?
Yep, so.
And this is the steel framing or the metal framing traditional, or is it like,
in
are you
South
doing
Florida,
everything
that's what we do. I mean, in high-end residential, that's what we do. I know in the Midwest, they do all wood.
We saw that at Cardella too, and I asked them, and they're like, it's not really one reason or the other. It's just sometimes it's more convenient, or
well, you got termites, it doesn't burn.
Right.
I mean, it's definitely
fire resistant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
These stairs, you can see it's hard to see with all the scaffold in front of it. Those stairs are all cantilevered and floating. So you can see the steel structure buried in the framed wall.
Yeah.
So when those stairs are complete, it look like the stairs just coming out of the wall, but it can't be like a diving board when you walk on it. It can't flex.
All right, so we got a Bentz Construction superstar here.
Whoa.
Rebecca, what do you do here, and what's your role? We're in this house here now.
So I'm a project manager. I'm an architect originally.
Okay.
I have my master's degree in Lebanon from architecture.
Okay.
And I moved here a couple of years ago. I met Bent's team and my role kind of evolved. So I'm a project manager, but I do have a little bit of design input sometimes when it comes to clients and designers. I'm a little bit also into the financial department. So sometimes we create contracts, invoices, I have to approve them. They have to go through me.
Within Bentz Construction, we're learning that you guys use technology a lot. You're all walking around with iPads, you're using Procore. What is that like? Do you enjoy using the technology, and how are you guys kind of implementing it?
Yeah, it's definitely very, very helpful. We use, I'm sure Justice has mentioned it before, but we use Procore very intensely. And we go through all the drawings. Everything is always updated here. So whenever a sub has a question for us, we can directly open our Procore drawings or specifications if they have any questions for us. And sometimes we even, if we want to create a change order, we can easily just do it right away.
Cool. Within the kind of trades industry, we notice it's kind of male dominated, right? There's a lot of men walking around. What is it like to be a female working in this environment? Do you like it? Do you wish there were more girls working in the industry?
I wish more girls will be working in this field because I feel like we get a lot done.
Yeah.
We have we're kind, but also it's important to be persistent and know exactly what you want and make sure the subs follow your direction. But we have, I think, a different approach. We deal with things in a more calm manner, I think.
What kind of advice do you give to that younger generation that's coming out of college or coming out of high school? What advice do you give to them about maybe getting into the trades if they're interested or considering it?
Just throw yourself in there.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. Throw yourself in there.
What got your interest specifically in construction? You had an architecture background, right? But why were you like, oh yeah, I'll do construction now?
Well, I kind of stumbled into it. Okay. But honestly, you wouldn't know what you love unless you try it.
Yeah.
So I never worked with a GC before. I worked with an architectural firm in Lebanon, but it was just design.
Yeah.
But when I started here, I felt that it's something that I would love to pursue for the rest of my life. It's something that is very exciting to me. So for the new generation that just finished college and they're scared of getting in there, just throw yourself in there. Even if you're scared, you might like it, you might not, but at least you have tried.
So yeah, a lot of times as we get towards the end, this whole street, see how it's loaded up with cars, we'll be all the way down at the end and on the bend, just completely cramming up the whole road.
Because of all the subcontractors you have coming in?
And that's when...
Is that the busiest space at the very end?
Yeah, so we'll have one guy just on the street, just maintaining the street, and one guy inside just doing the inside. We just finished, we're about to finish, we're doing the stair treads right now, but we just finished this house here.
Oh, look at the art.
Yeah, that's so sick. I know we built a lot, we built this one here.
And so why do you think that's a problem? There's obviously high demand for these jobs. People are paying a lot of money for it. Why isn't this younger generation kind of taking the reins and getting into this field as much? What do you think the issue is?
I think people would rather be email warriors than to be out there and actually interacting with people. In this industry, you have to deal with all different types. The person who's likely building it will never live in a house that we're building.
Yeah.
And they may come from some rough backgrounds because sometimes people go to prison and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, the only thing I can do is construction. But if some of those people that are doing so well now, that have had a hard time being brought up and going into construction, they're doing amazing and making millions of dollars now. Wow. So there's a huge opportunity in construction, but I think it scares a lot of people for some reason. I'm not sure why. What
advice would you give to someone considering a career in construction? They're maybe on the fence still, they're not really committed to it yet. What would you say to that person?
I would say just start and be willing to do anything. Yeah. Sweep, clean, be observant, take notes, and find out who's the person in charge and just listen and watch and take notes and let them know that you're listening and taking action and paying attention.
Okay, we've got Alex here. Alex, what do you do here for Bentz Construction? What are you working on today?
Yes, we do a main flooring, like marble installation. It's not marble, it's a coral stone. So we lay on the main floor. That's how it's almost done. Yeah. So we cover the floors. So not much you guys can see it now because we covered everything, but just little part you guys can see it.
Okay, cool. So you do that before they come in and doing what they're doing now. So are you finished in here or getting there?
Like 99% finished.
Okay, yes. Cool. And how long have you been doing what you're doing?
20 years.
20 years. Okay, cool. Yeah. And how'd you get started?
So I'm immigrant, I came from Brazil. So as soon as we got here, I got friends, they do that kind of work. So that's how we start learning.
And they taught you how to do everything? You kind of learned on the job, right?
Yes, correct.
Cool. And now you're working on these big houses, luxury homes. What is it like to work on such a large home? high quality, all of that?
Nah, it's really nice. Like for me, I have like 20 years experience, so that's nice. So work with designers, bedrooms, remodelings, all kind of work, tile, marble, porcelain, all this flooring stuff.
And we heard from Justice that you guys, that Bentz, at least their company, they use technology a lot. So Procore.
Oh yeah, they do.
How have you adopted using that technology? Do you like it?
Oh yeah, it's really nice because sometimes we have some questions, so we can go directly to Procore and see everything, get all.
Are you seeing young people coming into this industry and picking up jobs, or not as much?
Not as much. Actually, immigrants too, they come here and they don't want to do not enough construction.
But we need people to do it, right?
Of course, because how are we going to manage in the future?
Right. What about just getting a job finished where you're actually working on something tangible? Like a lot of people coming out of college now, they go work in an office, in a cubicle, they're sending emails all day. Is it different? Do you enjoy it more when you're working with your hands? Would you prefer that other job?
For me, yeah, because I learned for a long time ago. I mean, I can't be like sit on an office for holiday days. Yeah. I don't like that kind of stuff. I like to be. I enjoy what I'm doing. So.
Awesome. Okay, so we've got another Bentz superstar here. We've got Ashley.
Yep.
Ashley, tell us a little about what you do here and what this project is behind us.
I am a project manager for WA Bentz. I've been here for about 2.5 years.
How did you get started in this as a project manager?
So I feel like my story is a little different. I worked at a restaurant called Southport Raw Bar.
Oh, that's right. Just told me about this.
Yeah. And so I've been there since I was 16, and Bill and Stacy used to come in there all the time, and I kind of just threw it out there as a joke one day to Bill, and I was like, oh, are you hiring? And he was like, actually, what are you doing on Wednesday? And I was like, shoot, I guess visiting you guys, and that was 2.5 years ago.
Cool. And as a project manager, your role includes knowing all the subcontractors on site, knowing what stages you're in, communicating with the owner, communicating with Justice, and like making sure everything's in shape, right?
Yeah, we also do financial stuff as well. So I'm in charge of like approving all the invoicing and making sure all the change orders are up to par.
Yeah. And these are things that people go to school for like many years. They'll go get a construction management degree or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But you've been able to learn it on site. Did you have to get any degrees or any certifications?
Well, I went to school, but I went to school for entertainment and event management.
Okay.
So I graduated, and then I was trying to be a cop.
Yeah.
And I was here for 3 months when I got the call from BSO that I was going to start the academy, and I turned it down because I already built such a bond with Bill and Justice.
That's so cool.
So they're like family.
Yeah, can you give us a quick tour of the house and
Yeah.
what it looks like? Cool. Get the inside scoop.
So right now they're doing site drainage. And then this is going to be the carport or garage area. Sorry, carport's on the other side. Like this, so this area is not living space because it's on the water and flood level. So you're not able to actually live in this floor.
So this is a garage here?
That's the garage area, and then carport.
Okay.
And then is like a storage.
Okay, gotcha.
Thanks. Glad you're here.
Holy smokes. One of the things that we've been addressing a lot, because we were at a trade school the other day, all dudes in there. Most of the job sites you see, there's only guys working. What is it like being a female working in kind of a male-dominated industry?
Oh, I haven't really thought about this. I feel like I've built a lot of relationships, and I feel like I've earned a lot of respect through hard work. I feel like it's mainly letting the guys know that I have their back. You know, there's a lot of guys who have been in this for over 40 years. And so if they ask me a question and I don't necessarily know the answer to it, like just reinforcing them that I'm gonna find it for them.
Yeah. Younger girls graduating college, graduating high school, they're considering construction, but they might be worried about that fact or that aspect of it. But we want more girls involved, right?
Yeah.
What do you say to them? How do you encourage them to maybe take the leap of faith and get into this field?
I don't think that there's any difference. I think it's badass when women work in construction.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's all about perspective. It definitely brings a softer approach being a female on a job site, because the guys kind of want to show off. They're like, they want to teach you, they want you to know what they're talking about. So I think they do take a little bit more time with me, and their approach with me is a lot softer than what it would be like with a man 40 years experience.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Justice, for having us. It's been great to see all these houses, and you guys seem to be very busy. Do you have anything to say to the young audience that we have that's watching our videos and keyed in on the trades?
Yeah, there's a huge opportunity for young people, and it's ripe and ready. It's just someone needs to go out there and get it. And you should get out there. It's worth it.
Take the opportunity, go find a job, walk on a job site, introduce yourself, and make things happen.
Exactly. Look who's walking the fastest, and usually that guy's the most important guy. And just go approach him. Say you'll work for free. He'll do anything. That should get their attention.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
Appreciate you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, have a good one. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on today's shoot. Thank you, Justice, and the rest of the team at Bentz Construction for giving us a one-of-a-kind tour. These are truly some of the coolest houses I've ever been in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna go hit the beach. See you guys on the next one.